If my spiritual master requested me to jump right now in the ocean, I would jump into the ocean, no question.
The exhaust has started to get to my head, feeling slightly dizzy and a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know if those are the symptoms people have minutes before death, but if they are, then I'm experiencing them right now. My whole Tibet experience began in 1999. I was wandering around actually one night in Vancouver, sort of going from bar to bar, pint here, pint there, and that weekend there was the adventure travel show, and I decided, despite my hangover, to wake up early that morning, Sunday morning, and try and sneak in. I had no money, so I put on this fake kind of name, pass, kind of just walked right in. I'm only here, myself and the driver. He's looking at me film myself. I can imagine that looks kind of pathetic. I wish I could tell him why I was filming myself, but nonetheless, he'll have to think of me as being fairly pathetic. But anyway, I wandered around from booth to booth, and I saw this one booth that had some great photographs of China. So I sort of went up, started looking at the photographs, and said hello to the lady working behind the desk, and we got sort of talking, and she said, oh, you know, geez, I'm taking a group to Tibet next Friday. And I told her right then, I said, well, my bags are packed and I'm ready to go. And the next day I got hired, and by Friday I was on the plane to Tibet for the first time. And I'll tell you, that morning, making the decision to get out of bed and sneak into this travel show absolutely changed my life. Lhasa is the capital of Tibet, and it is a big hustling city with lots of traffic, internet, and all kinds of stuff. I remember walking down to the Jokan monastery. Down in this area is the real Tibetan core of Lhasa. I remember looking at these faces and just wishing I could get to know them better. See more what they have seen, experience what they've experienced. When I was leaving Tibet, looking out the plane window, although I was sad, I knew my Tibet experience was just beginning. One day in Vancouver, I was downtown sending an email to a friend of mine in Lhasa. I look up out the window and this monk walks by, and I thought, what, you know? I was blown away and thought how unbelievable that he could be Tibetan. So I even sat there for a second, hesitating going out chasing him down because I just thought it'd be too unbelievable, but I decided I'm not gonna risk it. So I quickly sprung up from my chair, threw my wallet and bag at the counter, and ran outside, and I saw him way down the block, and I ran down.
Walking in the street, you know, and somebody ran behind me, you know. Believe it or not, beginning I was a little bit nervous. What's going on, you know?
Finally caught up with him and said, hey, Dashi Dele, which is hello in Tibetan, and he said, Dashi Dele.
He told me he went to India, this and that. He told me all the story. So then I was a little bit calmed down. So then I invited Jeff to come up to my meditation center for some spiritual practice. Make yourself.
At the time, I couldn't focus on a thing he was saying.
Then we should.
I had to know where did he come from and How did he get here?
My name is Jathen Rinpoche. I came from East Kham, Tibet. A beautiful place in the mountains. Each day we take care of the animals. We have no doctor. We just depend on prayer and each other. Sometimes when a mother gives the child birth, because there is no doctor, mother dies, but child is still alive. My mother looked after these kids many, many times. We had 10 people in my family. They all sleep together, same bed. They try to keep warm, especially winter time. When I was 3 years old, I have special feeling to be monk. I asked my family I want to go to the monastery. And my parents said, please don't go because you are too young right now. But I didn't listen. And I said, I have to go. I cried. Finally, when I was 7 years old, they let me go. I started to learn the spiritual practice. I was so happy. I practice loving kindness, compassion, patience, commitment, determination, discipline, and diligence. When I became 16 years old, I started to teach other monks. I want to share some Buddha Dharma with other people. I was 18 years old. I studied Thangka painting. Try to draw Buddha's eyes, face, legs, hands. All together, 2,000 Thangkas I painted in my monastery. So I went to the cave for 3 years, 3 months, 3-day retreat. I wanted to go deeper meditation and find out the real nature of mind. And then, after that finished, I stayed for a second 3 year, 3 month, 3-day retreat. At that time, I want to be yogi, which means I want to give up everything in this world. Just stay there, die there. All of a sudden, my master sent 3 monks to get me. He requested me to come back to the monastery because we will have a meeting, important meeting, and some jobs for me to do immediately. Then once I got monastery, of course, I went to see him right away. And he said, Jathe Rinpoche, come here. I went there and he said, you have to go on a pilgrimage, here to Lhasa, Lhasa to Nepal, Nepal to India. And he requested me to walk. After that, you have to go to the West to teach Buddha Dhamma. My answer was, yes, of course, I will try my best. So they did 3 days tudo, go away party, to wish me a safe journey. After 3 days, then I left my village. With many, many monks, they walk one day with me, and then they go home. I keep walking by myself. Without language, without money, without friend. Nothing. Just I had prayer book and prayer beads. That's all I had with me. I knew village to Lhasa takes 6 months. Underneath my feet, there's blisters, many places. painful, very painful. I walk 19 to 20 hours every day. One night, I can see 10 to 12 wolves. They follow me. I was scared, but I knew I must be strong. If I die early, I will be reborn early. It's okay. I felt happy as I got close to Lhasa. I remembered the stories my father told me about this special place. Like the Buddha statue, when you touch his heart, you get a warm feeling. He told me so many stories about how people are gentle, kind, how people really taking care of each other. When I arrived before Lhasa, I stayed that night on the mountain. Everything's so beautiful, like butter lamps, just incredibly beautiful. Next morning when I woke up, I did the song offering, which means fire offering. I throw wind horses in the sky, wish for happiness, prosperity, and longevity for all sentient beings. But when I got there, I saw so many negative things. I didn't have a good feeling there. After 2 months, it was time to leave Lhasa and continue my pilgrimage to Nepal. My next goal was to cross the Himalaya and get to Nepal. snowstorm all the time. 27 days, every single day. Wind and storm would blow me everywhere. I was hungry, thirsty, cold, and tired. Many times I saw dead people, and I'm sure I'm going to be next. I miss most my mother, her love, kindness, and compassion. I can clearly see that. Only because of my master's blessing, I made it to Nepal. I got very thin and tired. So my body is very low and very weak. Whoever makes it from Tibet, stay in the same place, the Tibetan Reception Center. Each night there, I had nightmares about what I saw crossing the Himalayas. I was quite sick. But I didn't want to trouble people, so I did some prayers and blessed myself. I stayed in Nepal for 2 months. Dizzy with a very high fever. I knew that Tibetan people believe if you make wishes in front of that stupa, this wish will come true, sooner or later. My wish was, number 1, to be useful for other sentient beings. Number 2, keep the monk's vow, remain forever a monk in my entire life, a pure Buddhist monk. And number 3, spiritually help in the West and financially help in Tibet. I was ready to move on. Then I continued my pilgrimage through all of India. I could feel my master's presence with me at all times. I went to Bodh Gaya, the place where Buddha attained enlightenment, and stayed there about 2 months. I stayed beside the Bodhi tree and meditated, tried to realize the nature of mind. I made wish to help those who need help. I needed to go to the West. Fortunately, I met someone. He is the president of some organization in the West, and he said he is going to help me. And one day, I received an invitation letter. Luckily, immediately they gave me a visa, just like that.
After I heard Rinpoche's story, I felt incredibly inspired. And also, I'm going to film your master on Super 8, which is an old camera. Make it look old, right? And then when we're in the studio, I'm going to project, we'll get some fake smoke, and you'll be meditating.
Believe it or not, I quite don't understand exactly what do you mean.
Rinpoche, what was it like when you first came to Vancouver?
I think very interesting. You know, this is a different world and completely opposite in Tibet and here. Tibetan, we have more knowledge of spirituality. In the West, we have more knowledge of technology and this kind of machine. So amazing things, you know. I was so surprised, you know, even I walk in the shop, you know, I can see myself there. Oh my God, you know, in the TV, you know, that makes amazed me. And also airplane, you know, they care like thousands of people, you know, and plus they bring food and luggage, you know. It makes me just wonder, how incredible, you know. This is just fantastic. Ridiculous.
But don't go forward in that. Okay, break is the middle one. Yeah, that's break. Yeah.
When I come here, I was a little bit shy and also nervous because when I see girls, they almost wearing nothing. Almost they have only bras, and then this part. That's all. Oh gosh, you know, ooh, it's shy. I was very shy because in Tibet we never do these things, you know.
At the end of the year, some of Rinpoche's students surprised him with tickets home to visit his family and master. When I realized Rinpoche was going back to his village in Tibet, I knew this was an opportunity I couldn't miss. Rinpoche, you're going back to Tibet.
Exactly. I'm very excited.
And seeing your family. Have you haven't seen in
long time.
a long time? How do you? What's happening right now in your mind?
My mind is completely lost.
I'm trying to do this a little bit reporter style here in good. What's the name of this town? 2:30 in the morning. The bus leaves again at 4:30 a.m. I went from Vancouver, Beijing, one night in Beijing, one night in Chengdu, on the bus this morning. Got off the bus right now, 2:30 a.m. I felt better in my time. I'm extremely happy. This is just the most amazing place. It's day 2. I can feel the altitude, my head spinning a little bit.
Do you take pictures? Okay, this is now in Tibet. So you can see on the sky very clearly. And of course, if you continue, then you will see more things, more interesting things. And Jeff Brown very happy now. He think he have good project.
on the last leg of the journey, heading into Rinpoche's village. It's yak meat and butter tea from this point out. Somewhere down the road, miles before we arrived, villagers had come to meet him. And when I saw them receive his blessings, I realized how much he meant to them. After 6 long years, Jilton Rinpoche had returned.
A couple of seconds or a couple of minutes, I can't believe this is happening. It's a dream or it's real. And I had tears. It was joyful tears. I have limitless joy. Finally, I was home.
And I remember as I saw Rinpoche complete his journey, mine was just beginning.
This is a very rare opportunity. Good luck.
Thank you.
Rinpoche introduced me to a world I never knew existed. had no idea then how many years it would take and how many times I would have to keep going back to his village to complete this film.
In the meantime, I don't know what will be happening tomorrow. But then again, I do have some plans, let's say. Like my plan or my wish or hope, I will be stay here like 10, 15, 20 years. And then inside that time, perhaps I might get some monks or master from Tibet to here, and I will tell them what to do here and try to get education for English for them. They have to study English, and maybe in the future they will take care of the village, monastery, and here both. And I have still tremendous, strong desire to do again 3 month, 3-day retreat before I die. And after that, if the condition is okay, then I want to stay on solitary place on the mountain. That is my wish, and that is my goal, basically. Yes, before I go that kind of retreat, I will try my best. As my teacher said, try to be useful. I try to be useful. That's all. Yes.